Voters in the key swing state of Florida are sharing their frustration about their options in the presidential race. This morning, a focus group gives us a revealing look at the anger towards the frontrunners in both parties.
I have to tell you, I have tried in every way I know how, literally from my years as a young lawyer all the way through my time as Secretary of State, to level with the American people.
You talk about leveling with the American people. Have you always told the truth?
I've always tried to. Always. Always.
Those red and green lines tanking there show equal dissatisfaction among Republican and Democratic voters as they watch Scott Pelley's interview with Hillary Clinton.
You can see on her face from her expressions that she's lying.
I mean, come on. She lied about lying. I mean, who does that?
It's like the end of the universe.
Yeah.
This focus group was comprised of voters who opposed both Clinton and Donald Trump.
The two frontrunners also share the distinction of being among the least liked candidates. CBS News contributor and Republican strategist Frank Luntz led the group at the Orlando Public Library, right in the heart of Florida, where both Clinton and Trump won big this week.
How many of you have a positive impression of Donald Trump? Raise your hands. None of you. How many of you have a positive impression of Hillary Clinton? Raise your hands. None of you.
I would rather not vote than vote for either one of these candidates, and it pains me to say that because I feel it's my right as a member of this democratic society to be able to vote. But given those two candidates, I can't vote for either one of them.
This is like a none of the above election. Why none of the above?
I just think that either party doesn't deserve my vote. They're not giving me what I feel we need as a country. So why give the support to someone who's not going to do what I need them to do for me and my family?
I don't believe that Donald Trump or Hillary Clinton care really about the American people. I don't trust either of them. I don't think they're presidential.
Who's mad as hell? I mean, this is your country here.
But I'm mad at the voters. I'm mad at the voters. I'm not mad at the candidates.
Yeah.
You know, they're not, people are voting for them. And I'm angry for the people that settle for sound bites for their information.
You're very critical about Trump, and you don't like him. There was one ad that you responded to particularly favorably in that it made you very angry with Donald Trump.
Where are the ties made? These are beautiful ties.
They are great ties.
The ties are made in where? China? Ties are made in China. Now, where were these made?
I don't know where they were made, but they were made someplace. Beautiful.
Who thought that outsourcing ad was really powerful and credible? Tell me why.
I just feel like he always talks about making America great again and bringing back business here, but he's being hypocritical.
The one thing that Donald Trump is doing, he's doing something that this country's never seen before. He's bringing out voters to the polls that have never voted in a decade.
I don't think the woman behind you agrees.
No, but I'm just saying.
If he were bringing out all the voters to vote for him, he'd be doing a lot better than he is. There's just as many coming out to vote against him as there are voting for him.
I think that if Donald Trump is, the only way I want to see Donald Trump in the White House is on a guided tour. The only way I want to see Hillary Clinton in the White House.
You've been waiting to say that all night, haven't you?
Yes. The only way I want to see Hillary Clinton in the White House is if her prison's on a guided tour.
All right, the thing about Hillary Clinton is that all of her flaws are verifiable and provable because we see one scandal after another that followed her husband and now it's following her between Benghazi and also the Clinton Foundation, the money that's coming in, the email scandal, it's all there.
You talked about Benghazi being important to you, and you don't feel that she's been candid about what happened. There's one ad that's been run against her that was particularly effective with you all. Let's show our audience at home, and then I'm going to get your reaction to it.
Dear Hillary Clinton, I'd like to ask you why you ignored calls for help in Benghazi, and then 4 Americans were murdered.
As an Army person, somebody that served in combat, you sit there and I can relate to what those guys are going through on the ground. And you always realize your country had your back. And I feel like we abandoned those guys, and I can't imagine what was going through their mind.
Did you blame her, not the president?
I blame both of them. They both knew what was going on, and she did not give them adequate security. And you cannot tell me, having been a commissioned Army officer and a planner, that we could not have gotten support to them.
Then vote for Trump.
No, because I don't believe anything that man says. His word is as good as that degree from Trump University.
You don't trust Hillary Clinton?
Not at all.
You don't trust Donald Trump?
No. Not as much.
There's a great opportunity for someone, and that person had better come forward fast, because if the Republicans put Donald Trump up and the Democrats put Hillary Clinton, it will be the worst turnout election ever.
I have been voting straight Republican for over 30 years, and at this point in time, I need to be able to look my grandson in the eye and tell him that I voted with principle. Or I supported a candidate of principle, and right now, we don't have one.
I cannot support the Republican Party as it currently exists. I'm fed up. It's time. You want to do something about it? It's truly time to start a third party. This election is gone. I will not vote for Hillary. I will not vote for Trump.
Frank Luntz is with us now from Orlando. Frank, good morning. I have to say, yowza, I hope Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump were watching this morning. Is there anything they can or should do to address the negative images you just showed us?
Well, Clinton needs to sit down, and she's tried it before. She sat with Scott Pelley. She sat with Charlie Rose. And now she needs to do it with John Dickerson. And really come clean and just show your heart and show some authenticity, because that's what they're mad about, is that they don't believe her. And in Donald Trump's case, that he absolutely has to show humility, although he's as likely to do that as I am to pass up a buffet. For both of these candidates, it is necessary for them to say, I'm not perfect, I've made mistakes, this is what I got wrong, this is what I learned from it. But neither candidate is likely to do it. And so you're going to see this kind of anger and frustration with both of them for months to come.
Well, John Dickerson is here.
Yeah, thanks, Frank.
Yeah.
What's your sense, Frank, of the percentages of each party where people feel this way? Is it more in the Republican Party, more in the Democrat? Which is it?
I had thought that it was more with the Republicans, but I'm surprised. It took us less than 24 hours to recruit this group because so many people would choose none of the above if they had that option. In fact, I hope that CBS on their next poll does it, because you're going to find it's between 15 and 20% of the electorate would prefer neither of them. There are Sanders people who just don't trust Hillary Clinton, and on the Republican side, Trump has done as well as he has because he's brought independents and some disaffected Democrats, but he's lost a fair number of traditional Republicans. Both of them have problems within their own parties.
All right, Frank Luntz, we'll have to end it there. Thank you very much.